Hey there, I'm Evangeline here at eTrailer. It's starting to become that season where you're thinking about winterization and packing up your RV or your motorhome for the off season. So we're going to be taking a look at our Adco Ultra RV Tire Covers. And this motorhome we have behind us is the 2022 Dynamax Europa Motorhome. And these are the custom fit or fit guided fit for this specific motorhome. It's really important to get the right fit for your motorhome, for your tires, but also wherever you are storing your motorhome. In this case, the Ultras are gonna be super protective. They have a very heavy duty vinyl cover, but they also have a soft backing on the inside. And if you are in an area that has a lot of snow, a lot of rain, and a lot of wind, this is gonna be the one for you. It also has little grommets on its side where you can use this with the included bungee and ball to really cinch it down to handle all that weather. But a big question I get from a lot of people is, well, my front tires and my rear tires look a little different. And that's usually because of a different hub design. And does that change how your cover is gonna fit? The answer here is this fits both styles. Because of the range of this cover, you get a really good fit on both ends. So take a look at our front axle here and the design of the tire. And compare that to our rear tires. Same tire size, different design. So as someone who is installed this cover on both sides, can confirm it is a fit. Now your covers do arrive as a set of 2. So be mindful to get as many as you need for that coverage. Which brings up the second most popular question. Well, I have 2 tires on each side on that rear axle, what some people call a dually wheel design. Do I need more covers then? Well, what I've seen a lot of people do is they only cover the outside tire. That's the one that's exposed to the sun, the rain, the environment. And that's the one that the cover will definitely protect the most. So what I personally would recommend is for your Dynamax Europa, just go ahead and get 4 total covers. Now installing it on your dually tires is a little trickier, which is why that's the one I'll be showing you in this video. So we have our cover here, and if you did have any sharp ends on like your hubcap or on your tire, I highly recommend taping that up before putting the cover on so you don't rip it. And the same thing goes for your wheel well. As I've installed covers, those tend to be a little sharp, so just be careful of that so you're not just scratching up your cover, but also not scratching up yourself. This has an elastic top, which makes it easy to just lift up and then over your tire. You also have this seam up front, which helps you show which part fits exactly over your tread. So that way you don't pull it too far back. So by lining up that tread line as well as pushing on that elastic, it's really quick and easy to get a pretty good fit, and now you just need to fine tune that tension. So for some other brands, having an elastic cover is usually sufficient. And if you're in an area where you're not getting a lot of wind, this will be totally fine. But if you're expecting some pretty bad storms while your motorhome is in storage, well, this comes with a bungee and ball included with each set. I personally use my own bungee hooks because those are easier to use, but this works just as well with the grommets. The way I do it is I bring the loop in through that eyelet, and I throw this in between the tires to the other side. Then I bring this through the other eyelet. Now, for the front tires, what I did was I fed this back around behind the tire till we got to the ball joint. But that's a little tricky to do with this other tire in the way. So as long as you're good about making sure that all of that tread is still covered. You can also just bring this bungee forward to reach that other ball joint and then make your connection here up front. So the most important thing is making sure that your tire is covered as much as possible, and then this will help with keeping it cinched together. So even if a really rough wind kicks up, you have enough of a form fit to your tire that there's not as much wind that will come in underneath. And if there is, then this will keep it in place so it doesn't flap off and come off of your motorhome. If you winterize your motorhome, you know there's this whole checklist that you kind of have to go down to make sure everything's done. I highly recommend adding RV wheel covers to that list, because you want to make sure that you're protecting all that rubber from dry rot or sidewall damage. And as sun beats down and storms come through, making sure that everything is ready to go again for next time you go on a trip is important. Now again, these are going to be the Ultra covers. If you think that it might be maybe too much of a cover for where you're at, you might want something that's more breathable or a little bit lighter, check out Adco's other covers, like their Designer series. That one looks really good, but also still adds that protection and is slightly more breathable. And if you have any questions at any point, whether it's confirming which one is the right one for your vehicle and for your tire size, feel free to reach out here at eTrailer. But what we saw today was a look at the Adco Ultra Tire Covers. We have the white version here. The black one is also available here on our website. And you just saw how it fits here on our 2022 Dynamax Europa Motorhome. My name's Evangeline, and I hope you enjoy this journey.